Hi, this is Vallisa from BizAsia Live, and today I'm going to be speaking to Rakul Preet Singh. Now, you would have heard that name before, so hi Rakul, how are you?
I'm very good, Vallisa. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. Now, you've worked on some amazing films in the past, like De De Pyar De, and even more so, very recently, Dr. G and Thank God. And your newest film, Chhatriwali, it's got a very interesting subject line to it because although when you say Chhatriwali with an umbrella, you're thinking, oh, okay, I wonder what this film's about. But the underlying message here is sex education and teaching youth about sex education. So, can you tell us a little bit about this plot of the film?
Like you mentioned, the film's plot is about creating awareness about sex education and more so at the right age. So I think what the conversation is that sex education in the right way, at the right time, is important. I think it's high time we make people aware of the sexual health issues, specifically for women, that sort of crop up in times of unsafe sex. So the film talks about safe sex, talks about the need of the hour, creating that awareness. Because, to me, what was very important is that when I saw the statistics, about 7% of population of the country uses protection. And so many are not even aware that there are these measures which are available to sort of safeguard their well-being. Miscarriages and abortions have been sort of normalized with women, whereas nobody talks about how many miscarriages can a human body handle. It's just about two, but more than 2 out of 5 women suffer way more abortions and miscarriages than that, and it's physically, emotionally, mentally traumatic. But these are not conversations which anybody tells you. So I feel that's what's most exciting about this film, that it sort of subtly gives an important social message, of course wrapped with humor, entertainment, family drama, and it is a family driven film.
And also, I think the thing is with India, like sex education is a taboo subject. It has been for a very long time. And it's very difficult for, say, a young person to have that conversation with their family members just because, although it's now a bit more normal in films, it's still not a normal subject that you would speak to your mum or dad about. So it's nice to have something where
there is a difference in talking about, we're not saying, there's a difference in talking about sex and educating people about sex. And it's a huge difference. I think what we as a society need to strive, whether it's with parents or with teachers or in schools, is educating people about sex education. I mean, about safe sex. Because irrespective of how old they are, at some point in their life, they are going to come in terms with they are going to have to go through it. Everybody on this planet gets married, if nothing. And I think it's important for the women to know and the men to know what is the right way, because there are so many health issues. And I think if the conversation is driven from the health point of view, parents can easily have it, schools can easily have it. I think we need to change the way, Paul. I don't know how the schools are doing it now. It's mandatory since 2018. But back in the day, we were very awkward. When my school had a sex ed class, I was very awkward and shy and wanting to bunk my class because there's an energy which sort of is not comfortable. I think we need to make that comfortable. We need to have free-flowing conversations as a matter of fact that this is a part of the human body. It's how you talk about cardiovascular health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, sexual health. Keep it under the same umbrella. The more normal the conversations will become, I think the more normal it will be for parents and teachers to have conversations with kids from the right age.
definitely. And there's a lot of films these days that are touching on these subjects that haven't been touched on before. For example, Padman was a subject that hadn't been touched on before. Do you feel that it's important to bring this into Bollywood films, but with a bit of a comic sort of side to it, a romantic side to it, so that people are more in tune to watch it, rather than say an arty film that maybe people don't watch as much?
I think the first agenda of a film, or the reason you do a film, is to entertain your audiences. And entertainment is best. I mean, when you're addressing a taboo issue, you do understand that there's a large section of the society which is not comfortable with that world. So you sort of create a world that is comfortable for them to consume. And what better than humor and keeping it family friendly? Like Batman's a great example, and I think it was a huge conversation starter. And in fact, we were doing some survey, and a lot of chemist people said that they stopped wrapping the sanitary napkins in these brown papers that happens in India, and that used to happen. So that's so great, because it is a need of the human body. That's how biologically we are made, and that's how normal it needs to be. So I feel that it's important to create that world that's easy for people to consume and not be awkward. Like, I honestly feel that if condom advertisements were more consumable, then it wouldn't be such a taboo. We move away from the importance of the product because we are sensationalizing it. I feel the more normal conversations, like the film is not sensationalizing anything. There's not one scene or one dialogue which is in the film to sort of grab eyeballs, because then you move away from the main subject. And of course, you're not going to be comfortable in a family setting. So I think the main subject here is educating people, and the more we keep it limited to how education is imparted, the more effect it'll have.
And if you could work on a film that had another subject, say another taboo subject that needs to be raised, what kind of subject would you want it to be?
I don't know. I haven't really given that a thought. But I think for me, it's not about addressing taboo subjects, but more about having a complete, like a well-bound script. So if something comes which I feel at some point is relatable in the society and touches upon a taboo subject, why not? But I haven't really given it a thought.
And do you think that your character in the film really will work with the youth and really be able to touch the youth? Because obviously you're youthful yourself, you're quite young. People look up to you as an actress.
Sorry, could you please?
That's all right. I was saying that as your character in the film, do you feel that your character will really touch the youth? Because obviously you're youthful yourself, you're a young actress, people look up to you. So do you feel that your character will really touch those young people?
I hope so. I hope so. And not just young people, I think the families as well. Because the characters we are all playing in films are very relatable. So if you see that there is a Baiji in the house, I mean, the brother-in-law, the family, the in-laws, there's a 12-year-old child. Every character is very relatable to a family audience. Somebody or the other will be like, oh, this is like that person I know in my family, or that. So I think it's very important for everyone to connect with some character to drive home the message. And I really hope it happens. Of course, that's the idea.
Amazing. Do you want to just tell us when Chhatriwali is coming out?
Yes, Chhatriwali is coming out on 20th of January on Z5 Global. So everybody, please watch this film with your families, and I hope you all like it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today on BizAsia, and good luck with the release.
Thank you.